Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steph Curry doesn't rule out aspiration of becoming president of the USA in future. Athletes and sports personalities mean a great deal to sports lovers. Fans and young aspiring players consider the big names in sports as inspirations. People get influenced not just by their talent or work ethic but also by athletes' contributions to the communities and their engagement in philanthropy. Athletes also enjoy their part as a role model and help people. One of the most influential personalities in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors' Stephen Curry has recently shown interest in being more than just a role model. Curry has published his second children's book called I Am Extraordinary this Tuesday. To promote the book, the star appeared in an interview with CBS Mornings. In the interview, many topics including the book, Curry's influence on children's reading, and his early career were discussed. But the host Jericka Duncan took a different turn and asked Curry about an interesting future career option. She simply asked, "Steph Curry for president? Yay, nay? Maybe?" To which the star responded with a maybe. Surprised by his response, the host further asked if Curry had an interest in politics. Curry believes engaging in politics will help him use his influence more. "I have interest in leveraging every part of my influence for good in the way I can, so if that's the way to do it. I'm not saying presidency, but if politics is the way that you can create meaningful change, or if there's another way outside politics that we can do." Curry, after saying that, the athlete also agreed to not ruling it out the future possibilities. But just not in the near future. Steph Curry and his wife Aisha Curry engage in encouraging the children in Oakland and the Bay Area to read more. Curry has published 2 children's books as an author. His first book, I Have a Superpower, was released in 2022, and now this month the player has released his second book called I Am Extraordinary. The second book is about a girl named Zoe who is insecure about having a hearing aid and her journey to join the school's soccer team. Curry explained the reason behind writing this book is to inspire confidence and help children embrace their uniqueness. Curry also said Oakland's low reading rate in children inspired him to write these books. "It was shocking. It was a huge downer to know this is something that can be corrected." Curry via CBS Mornings. Curry is working for the children to engage in reading. The player is certainly showing an impact on and off the court. His contribution to the betterment of the Bay Area certainly getting appreciation and respect. Steve Kerr still believes Warriors can make a deep playoff run. A 10th in the West, the Golden State Warriors' playoff hopes are hanging on by a thread as the season reaches its final stages. Despite the record, and a recent injury to Stephen Curry, head coach Steve Kerr apparently still believes that his team is primed to make a deep and memorable playoff run. "I feel really strongly that our team is primed if we can really stay healthy down the stretch, get Steph back," said Kerr. "I feel like we can make a really good run. You never know what happens. You do that, you could end up in a good spot and set you up for a good playoff run." After losing in the second round to the Lakers last season, Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. responded by trading away Jordan Poole for Chris Paul with hopes of stabilizing the bench unit. He also drafted Brandon Podziemski and re-signed Draymond Green to a multi-year deal. Unfortunately, it's been more of the same this season for the Dubs. In a continuation of mediocrity, they've been painfully average all season long and are currently 3.5 games out from the 6th seed with Steph still questionable to miss some time. At this point, doubt has never been so high in the Warriors, and it's looking more and more like their time of dominating the league has long since passed. And while nobody is willing to count them out completely, it's hard to ignore the problems and flaws with the Warriors as they are currently constructed. While it's hard to pinpoint just one area of weakness for Golden State, health and durability is a good place to start. This season, the Warriors have struggled to stay healthy and many of their core guys, including Steph, Chris Paul, Gary Payton too, have been in and out of the lineup. Curry is the latest one to go down and things could get ugly if he does not return soon. Klay Thompson has tried his best to stop the bleeding, but his play has been pretty rough for a while now. With averages of 17.2 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game on 42.2% shooting, Thompson's efficiency has been a nightmare and his defense has fallen off significantly from what it was in his prime. Strangely, with the Splash Brothers struggling, not even Andrew Wiggins has been able to get right. He was demoted to the bench for the Warriors before leaving the team due to an undisclosed family matter, and he hasn't been focused at all since winning the title. These components, mixed with the rising competition in the West, and you've got the perfect recipe for the Warriors' downfall, which is happening in real time this season despite their best efforts. But even with all of this, the Warriors know who they are and will not let the world forget what they've done. As long as the big three are healthy and together, they will always have a chance to win it all, and that's the mindset they will carry until Curry, Klay, and Draymond are no longer wearing their uniform. John Wall pushed Wizards to draft Klay Thompson in 2010. John Wall, the first overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, recently revealed a pivotal moment in NBA history that could have significantly altered the trajectory of the Washington Wizards and the Golden State Warriors. Wall disclosed that he had advocated for the Wizards brass to select Klay Thompson in the 2011 NBA draft, a decision that could have prevented Thompson from becoming a Warriors icon and a four-time NBA champion. During a look back at what might have been, Wall recounted his experiences witnessing Thompson's exceptional pre-draft workout with the Wizards. Having played alongside Thompson during the session, Wall was impressed by Thompson's remarkable shooting ability. "Yeah, I think we should have for sure took Thompson," Wall reflected. "A sharpshooter, you know. He can shoot the ball like that." Wall believes that adding Thompson to this mix would have elevated the Wizards' gameplay, especially considering Thompson's defensive impact in addition to his shooting ability. "That was 2011, Wall elaborated. "Because then, Klay was a great defender at that time, too. He was a great defender, so he probably would have played the three for us, Bradley too. And then you had me, Nene, and Marcin Gortat. It would have been amazing with the pick and roll we had." The potential of a Wall, Thompson, and Beal trio ignites the imagination of what could have been a remarkable chapter in NBA history. However, the Wizards opted for a different path, leaving Wall to ponder the reasons behind their decision. "They, Wizards, be having their reasons," Wall concluded. "I didn't say it was good, OG. But I just say they got their reasons. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.